Hey guys, today we'll be going over some of the best weapons that I think you should grind for in a Destiny 2. We're gonna go over some exotics. We're gonna go over exotics first, actually, and then legendaries. I'm gonna try to give you as much free-to-play options as you can, because I understand not everyone wants to give that much money for a mid DLC that you probably can't even play because they sunset everything. We're gonna start with exotics because it's easier. And I'm gonna just go over some good ones. First off, Malfeasance. Now, I know you don't really hear about the Malfeasance Lucky Pants combo as much anymore because you have legendary hand cannons that are a little better. But this, especially if you're like a new-ish player and you don't have all like the God roll legendary hand cannons, this is amazing. It can do laughably high damage, way more than heavy weapons at times, depending on the heavy weapon, of course. But especially with the catalyst, which gives it vorpal, plus just some cool. Like I have this cool skin I really like. Look at that shit. It's so cool. And yeah, it's just cool. And it's an amazing weapon, only with lucky pants. Otherwise, it's pretty average. Next is very important to me. Outbreak Perfected. It's a classic. You had Outbreak Prime. It's just it's amazing. It's consistent. It's good for boss DPS. It's good for ad clear. It's like multi-tool, not Mida multi-tool. It's just a multi-tool. It is good at everything. It's not really the best at anything, but it's just amazing. And once you get it, honestly, you can put it in any build. It'll probably make it better. But the problem is with the kinetic and energy weapons is there's so many powerful exotic power weapons, or even just special weapons. It's kind of hard to get an exotic primary weapon that's worth it. But believe this is. Let's go to the next page, of course. Wither Horde, an amazing weapon. I hate using it more than any other weapon in the game. I cannot lie, it is very powerful. For just boss DPS, you shoot it and then you just let it do its thing while you're shooting with other weapons. I like pairing it with Envious Arsenal. So it depends on the weapon, but it's good because it has auto-loading holster as the catalyst, so it can definitely be powerful. I just not that big of a fan because it's pretty boring. Now, a very special weapon to me, Agar Scepter. This is the most underrated weapon I've ever seen. I slept on it too, and then I saw one build video showing it off, and I was like, I should try this, and I did not regret it. It is amazing at ad clear, amazing at damage. It is truly probably my top three favorite weapons in the game. You do need Beyond Light, but it is truly amazing. Just like unequivocally, probably my favorite trace rifle. Probably my favorite special weapon actually. This is truly amazing. And I think that is all. Yeah. Energy weapons. Of course, these are a lot easier to justify because, I mean, stasis for most classes is not great. And strand is pretty good, but not as good as it used to be. But there's still like solar, void, and arc are still always good. It's a lot easier to justify an energy weapon than a kinetic exotic, of course. But honestly, both can work. But I'm gonna go with some energy weapons, especially since so many of them pair with prismatic. Now let's start with Sunshine. It's a free-to-play exotic, which I forgot to mention about the kinetics, but it's a free-to-play exotic and probably the best ad clear. No, not the best, but it is an amazing ad clear weapon. Truly, just amazing. Now, it doesn't seem that good. Like it highlights people. The real one is this Sunblast. Targets defeated with Sunshot explode in a solar energy scorching other targets. Basically, you kill somebody and it explodes everybody in a 10-mile area. It is the pinnacle of starter to mid game or even end game weapons. Honestly, you could run this your entire like Destiny like I don't know gameplay, and you would not have a problem. I mean, yeah, it's not the greatest against bigger targets, but against anything that's like not super strong, it just annihilates it. And then you switch your special to do damage to bigger stuff. Amazing. If you're a new player, get it and use it. Another free to play, Graviton's Lance. It is one of my favorite void weapons. It's not as good as it used to be, but it's still pretty good. It's like the pulse rifle void version of Sunshot, but a little worse. But there's not that many good void weapons that are exotic, at least from my experience. So honestly, this is amazing. Not as good as Sunshot, but still pretty amazing. This is I like pulse rifles a lot. Next is, where is it? This is probably my favorite weapon. I think I actually do I have it on me right now. Yeah. Okay, that one does not have a lot of kills, but I don't play Warlock. I have one with like 10,000 kills somewhere. Not actually sure where. Not that one. But one point is Trinity Ghoul is probably the best ad clearing weapon in the game. It is the most underrated weapon I've ever seen. What it does is you shoot an arrow, you get one kill, and then you get chain lightning to everybody that does crazy damage. You jolt everybody. And if any of that gets any kills, you get another chain arrow. Basically, you get infinite chain lightning that goes through everybody in a large radius. Large. Because, but the thing is, you need the catalyst. Because without it, it's just precision hits that give you the chain lightning. But with the catalyst, it's any arc damage final blow. So this, get it, it's not free to play. You do need Forsaken, but it is just this could carry you through the entire game. Like even raids, I use it in raids a lot, especially when I need to. There's a lot of ads. Uh, I I use it just it annihilates everybody. I recommend this more than any other weapon probably. Yeah, definitely. Next, Lord of Wolves is amazing right now, but it's about to get nerfed, so I'm not going to talk about it. Uh, is there anything important here? Not really. Next, I would say is, I mean, honestly, a lot of this stuff is, I'm gonna say like Buried Bloodline. Now, this is more for newer players or mid-game players, so you probably won't have this, but it's an amazing sidearm. I'm not gonna talk about it too much because it's like a hard weapon to get from a dungeon. It's a dungeon exotic from a Warlord's Ruin. I have it. I don't use it too much because I just don't like void weapons that much. But it is amazing. I'm not gonna talk about it too much, like I said, but it's great. If you are running a good void build, try it out. And I should probably talk about Steel Hunt. Um, this is really only a hunter exotic. If you use Celestial Nighthawk, basically you get a little weaker golden gun by just getting precision hits or um, what do you call it? Orbs of power pickups. Not too much to talk about. Basically a golden gun. Um, but really only good on hunter. And Icebreaker, I'm not gonna talk about because from an even harder dungeon. It's not really no point. Now we're on to power weapons, which is honestly where you should usually have your exotic. You don't have to, especially nowadays. Honestly, I would recommend more of a exotic special because there's just so many insane legendary weapons that like Envious Arsenal, Bait and Switch. It's just so many insane legendary ones. It's not basically I recommend a special weapon that's your exotic, but you can have a heavy as well. Let's get into it. Most of the free to play stuff isn't as good. Like Tractor Cannon is great. It's really basically what it does is it does decent damage, but the main thing is it weakens enemies every time you shoot. But it's like a 30% damage buff to all of your teammates who do damage to it. So especially in raids, it's amazing. But you have to get it kind of close. So it's not good if you don't have survivability. But this is an amazing weapon, and nobody will complain if you use it. Like a lot of times, if you're using like the colony or some shit, people get mad that you're not doing damage. But tractor cannon, they can't get mad at you because you're giving them 30% damage. What else? What else? What else? I'm not gonna talk about like anarchy because that's harder to get. I'd play the Leviathan's Breath. It is from Shadow, but and I don't use it too much. I don't have the catalyst, so it's not as good. But if you have the catalyst, it's just a very extremely consistent damage weapon. Basically, the catalyst just makes you fire faster every precision hit. So once you get decent at the precision hits, you can just do consistent, amazing damage to every boss. Yeah, honestly, there's nothing bad about it. It's just you pretty much need the catalyst for it to be any good. But yeah, and let me go to the next page. And the Lament, of course. It's the best sword in the game. Or I think it is. I don't know. It used to be, and I'm pretty sure it's still like one of the best for damage. Not too much to talk about. Get it? It's from Beyond Light, and it's probably usually the best damage sword, especially the best exotic sword. But it is just it's consistent as hell. Everybody knows what this is. It's the most iconic weapon in like Destiny in general. The Galahorn, and it's not as OP as it used to be. I remember when it first came out in D1, which I wasn't there when it first came out, but in D2 when it came out, it was the most broken thing ever. And now it's good, right? It's not as good in solo play just because its whole thing is that it buffs its teammates. Uh, but you kind of need a specific layout. But if you are doing later game content like raids, a Gallahorn is great, especially if the rest of your team's running legendary rockets. Not too much to say. It's really just a great weapon. And the catalyst makes it hold two ammo instead of one. So like that's pretty OP. Last one probably Dragon's Breath. Um, it is just it's like the Wither Horde of the power slot, right? You shoot it, and then you use your other weapon. The problem is only one person can really use it at a time because if more than one person uses it at a time, then it just gets worse and worse because it relies on ignitions and scorch damage, which you don't really need to know what that means. All you need to know is that the more people using it, the worse it gets. So it's a lot better in solo play, I would say. And that's pretty much all. Microcosm's pretty decent, but I'm not going to go over that because I do not have it. And I think it's time for us to go over to legendary weapons, which are probably why you came here because exotics are really easy to see which ones are good. But yeah, okay. Why am I there? So let's get off with whatever all this stuff. I may be missing a couple. I'm gonna go check on the Destiny app while I talk about this, but let's get into it. So first, we're gonna start off with the call of Rocket Sidearm, which you will be seeing a lot of because they're pretty broken. The call, I have the left from gold hatchling roll, but you don't need it, of course. It's really good with any roll you give it because it is just broken. I mean, there's not too much to say about that. It's just amazing for any strand build. It's not the best rocket assisted sidearm, because it's just not like it's just the perks on it aren't the greatest, but it's still amazing. Like, I'm never gonna say it's not good because it's just consistently great, but it's not the best strand weapon. If you're looking for a rocket assisted sidearm in the strand, that is you use this. Next, Wastelander M5. It's not as good as the other ones I'm gonna talk about, but I've used this for like a year or two. I don't actually know how long, but it's just consistent. And I truly love it. It's lightweight. But I'm not gonna talk about too much because it's not the greatest, but it's just good. You know, you should probably get a good roll. Next, that's not even the right roll. Let me grab my actual Fatebringers. I have three of them, so I don't use them as much anymore because I have an upgraded version. But Fatebringer is probably the most consistent and iconic hand cannon in Destiny. It's never bad. It's always good. And there's consistent damage. The role I like is explosive payload and firefly. There's a couple other decent ones, but this is the good iconic role. And honestly, it's from Vault of Glass, which is a free to play raid. And by the way, you can get Wastelander for free too. But Fatebringer, free raid, really easy to get, especially because Vault of Glass is just like the easiest raid. It still takes a lot of getting used to, but trust me, pick up one of these and you can use it the entire game. Next, um, Warden's Law is probably one of, if not the best for Lucky Pants. This is only good on Hunter, which I'm not on Hunter right now. I just wanted to have it so I could show you it. This isn't the good roll. The good roll's like four times the charm, and what is it? I don't remember the last perk, but you can Google it if you want. But I like this roll. It's pretty good. Um, and honestly, if you have Lucky Pants, you just have a good Warden's Law. It's basically the malfeasance of the legendary slot. Um, Honestly, it's just great. Honestly, I can't say too much about it. It's just malfeasance, but legendary. Next one, probably one of the best sniper rifles. I know Praetor's Revenge from Volt of Glass is probably better, but I really like this. It's super easy to get, right? You get it from Onslaught, which if you don't know how to, for a while I didn't think you could still do it, but you go to Vanguard and it's here. And by doing those, you get this weapon. You usually get it from the Beat Zone Crypt, but you can get it from here as well. And I have the role firing line, firing line, which is only good in team play, but you're mostly using it in team play anyway. And reconstruction, which is amazing, right? So this can just do a lot of damage. It's great. Next, Scatter Signal. This weapon is amazing. I've had this role for a pretty long time, right? And it is probably one of the best mini bosses of melting machines ever. I have controlled burst and overflow, which is it also allows you to have double the capacity, and controlled burst makes it faster and faster and more damage. So, and not too much to say, you do get this from Season of the Wish, which is a seasonal weapon, which I do not like because they're super annoying to get after the season ends. But well, it is what it is. Sometimes you gotta deal with it, you know? I think that's all. Let me check my vaults just to make sure. Um, hmm, uh, Submission, I like this role. I'm not gonna talk about it too much because it's not that good. What else? These are my PvP cannons, so I'm not gonna talk about those. This is a PvP. There it is. This is Stasis Rocket Sidearm. By the way, Rocket Sidearm's like the best, one of my favorite things in the game. They're so fun, so good, and they're just amazing. This is the ice version one. This is from Iron Banner, and I have the Reverberation Chill Cliff roll, which is not the God roll, but it's still pretty good, so I just have it. Oh, also the Mountaintop, I have Recombination Lead from Gold. I think this is the God roll, but it's amazing. It's just a really good grenade launcher. You get it from Onslaught, and last but not least, I think Multimac. Kinetic Charmers and Nutritional Orbs are just amazing at ad clear and getting orbs. I'm not a big SMG fan anymore, but it's just pretty great. And I think that's all for the kinetics. Yep. Okay, now let's move on. I forgot how long this is. I gotta go to bed, bro. I'm tired. We're gonna try to make this a little faster. This is probably my favorite rocket sidearm, the Indebted Kindness. It's an arc weapon. I have Beacon Rounds Volt Shot, which I think is one of the God rolls. I know you can get lead from gold Volt Shot, but I personally like Beacon Rounds and Volt Shot. It is amazing. Like I said, probably my favorite rocket system sidearm. Just amazing for any, even prismatic builds. It, oh my god, is what I'm using it for now. Okay, next. This is probably the weapon I've used the most. I have 8,000 kills with it, which I know isn't that much to some people's standards, but I switch loadouts a lot. Explosive payload incandescent is insane. Unironically, probably the best weapon I have. It is just insane. I have more kills than probably Trinity Ghoul. My of course main Trinity Ghoul. Is this you get from King's Fall, and it is annoying to get, right? It's just a pain to get. But once you get the good crafted roll, you will probably not need another hand cannon, honestly. Because even in builds where it's not like a solar build, it's still amazing. It's just so good, dude. The Ahmed AR2, it's an amazing auto rifle, similar to Zoe's Bane with the whole solar thing, with the incandescent. But this one can just get insane amounts of ammo, like 100 in the mag at once, due to Ambitious Assassin. Not the Enigma. That's not it. Next, no hesitation. I do not have the God roll. But it is a really good support frame. It allows you to heal your allies while doing good damage with incandescent. And I have demo on here. You want physic, I think it's called. But it's just a good weapon. But you do need the pale heart. The final shape. Sorry. Next, perfect pitch. You get this from the Monument to Lost Light. It is a really good solar SMG. Subsistence incandescent is an amazing roll. It does take like I think an ascended chart or something like that, but it's still amazing. Forbearance. Get it. Just get it. Just get it, man. It's probably the best special ad clear weapon I have. It is a wave frame. It's not as good as it used to be. But you can get it really easily now from Onslaught. I have a unrelenting chain reaction. You probably want ambitious assassin and chain reaction or something like that. But I just have this roll because it prevents me from dying a lot. Next, Galahorn. I already talked about that. An eager edged sword because eager edge is good for everything basically. It's another onslaught weapon, and it is amazing. Envious Assassin basically gives you double the ammo if you use it right. Bait and switch, you shoot one weapon, shoot another, and then use this, and you get like a 30% damage boost. It's crazy, dude. And it's just an amazing weapon. I cannot recommend this enough. I used it for a while. I think it might have they got a little nerfed, but it's still just a very consistent damage strategy. I recently got this, so I don't have too many kills. But it is amazing. Another Vault of Glass weapon, which is free to play, which a lot of the weapons I would talk about are free to play, which is nice. I like free to play weapons. And this is a subsistence demoralized one. Now this is meant for ad clear, right? It can still do good damage, but it is an ad clear weapon, and it's really good at its job. Subsistence gives you a lot of ammo. Demoralize allows you to weaken enemies, and time loss magazine. Basically, if you use your super, you get double the mag size. This is how it doubles the size of your mag and refills it. And getting killed with it refills your super faster. So amazing super generation and amazing for just general play. Now, this is probably the best rocket launcher right now for DPS. It's Vault of Glass weapon. I'm telling you, a lot of the best legendaries, the Zauli's Bane from King's Fall, all these weapons, the Vault of Glass weapons, all of the Onslaught weapons, they're all free to play. Like, and they're all just amazing. The Amit, the Fatebringer, the Succession, the Warden's Law. They're all free to play and they're all amazing. So, yeah, they're just great. Now, this is not the God Roll. The God Roll is Envious Arsenal and Bait and Switch. But let me explain why this is so good. And I just got this like a couple hours ago. But basically, Envious Arsenal, you deal damage with all of your weapons. So you do the damage to your primary, your energy, and then you use this and it refills it automatically. Like it's by, and then if you have bait and switch, you will also get the 30% damage bonus. And you get the time loss magazine, you can use like a super like Nova Bomb. So you use that, you get double the magazine, shoot two shots. You use your special, your primary, you shoot a shot. You use special primary, you shoot a shot. And it's so good for just pumping out rockets and doing great damage. I have elemental honing, which is still amazing, but it is probably the best DPS strategy right now. So this and some other weapons, of course. And yeah, it's just truly amazing. Is that I think I missed some stuff, right? Undercut is pretty great. It's just like a forbearance arc and worse. Am I missing anything else? Yeah, I don't think I am. Of course, Taipan's decent. And yeah, I think that's it. Thanks for watching. Bye.